Jesus started calling me out of the church system. One of the scriptures that he used to really convict me in my spirit, and he used to really speak to my spirit, was the scripture Matthew 7, verse 21-23. And it's a scripture that says, this is what Jesus said when his disciples were asking him how to know true followers of Jesus from false ones. Jesus told them this: "Not everyone who says to me, 'Lord, Lord,' will enter the kingdom of heaven, but only the one who does the will of my Father who is in heaven. Many will say to me on that day, 'Lord, Lord, didn't we prophesy in your name, and in your name drive out demons, and in your name perform many miracles?' Then I will tell them plainly, 'I never knew you. Away from me, you evildoers.'" So Jesus really used this scripture to convict me in my spirit when I was in the church system, and I always just thought to myself, who are those people? And it's going to be really awful for them. That scriptures really shook me up because I didn't know who those people were. Who was Jesus talking about? And was I going to be one of those people? So that really convicted me in my heart. And that scripture goes to show that not everybody who calls on the name of the Lord is going to enter heaven. That whole scripture proves that there is no such thing as saved. There is no once saved, always saved. That is a complete lie from the devil. There's many people that are going to think that they're saved and they're going to get to heaven and they're not going to be let in. Jesus says it clearly. And, there's a really big deception that people always say, well, Jesus knows my heart. And they just say, he knows that my heart, he knows my heart, that I love him in my heart. That is true, that Jesus does know your heart. But if there's wickedness in your heart, then you're going to reap the consequences of having that wickedness in your heart and not repenting of it and turning to Jesus and letting him purify you of that. Out of the heart comes everything. In Matthew 12:34, Jesus said, "You brought of vipers, how can you who are evil say anything good? For out of the overflow of the heart the mouth speaks." Matthew 15:19, "For out of the heart come evil thoughts, murder, adultery, sexual immorality, theft, false testimony, and slander. From within the hearts of men come evil thoughts, sexual immorality, theft, murder, and adultery. The good man brings good things out of the good treasure of his heart, and the evil man brings evil things out of the evil treasure of his heart. For out of the overflow of the heart the mouth speaks." There you have it. If you have those things, if you're gossiping, if you're slandering others, if you're looking at a woman in lust, if you're looking at a man in lust, if you're committing idolatry, which there's tons of idolatry throughout the Christian church. If you're doing any of those things, that's what's in your heart. So it is true that Jesus does know your heart. But if you're doing these things, you're proving that you have wickedness in your heart and that you haven't been purified by Jesus. Jesus said that we will know every tree by the fruit that it bears. So if you're bearing any of this evil stuff, if that's in your life and you're still doing that, then you prove that your heart isn't right with God, that you have evil in your heart. So that's a really big deception when people say Jesus knows my heart, as if that they have a good heart and that they're all loving, that we consider good. That's not good in the eyes of Jesus. If you have any of this evil in your heart, you're not right with him. And Jesus also said to them, to the Pharisees, "You hypocrites, Isaiah was right when he prophesied about you. These people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. They worship me in vain. Their teachings are merely human rules." And the Apostle Paul, he even wrote about this as well. In 1 Corinthians 5:9-13, he says, "I wrote to you in my letter not to associate with sexually immoral people, not at all meaning the people of this world, who are immoral, or the greedy, and swindlers, or idolaters. In that case, you would have to leave this world." So he's saying that, yes, the whole entire world is wicked. And obviously, we are not to fellowship with those people. But then he goes on to say, "But now I am writing to you that you must not associate with anyone who claims to be a brother or sister, but is sexually immoral or greedy, an idolater or slanderer, a drunkard or swindler. Do not even eat with such people." What business is it of mine to judge those outside the church? Are you not to judge those inside? God will judge those outside. Expel the wicked person from among you. So clearly, Paul's giving a very strong warning that we are not to eat with people who claim to be Christians, but still have all of this evil in their heart. This is why Jesus called me out of the church system, because there are a lot of people in the organized church that profess him with their lips, but you can tell from the fruit that they bear what is in their heart. And it's wicked, it's evil. There is a lot of evil in their heart. So it's true what's written. And exactly like Jesus said, that they profess him with their lips, but their heart is far from him. And you can tell that by their actions and the fruit that they bear. You can tell the condition of their heart. And that's just, you're not judging them. You're not judging them. You're making a judgment on their actions. Don't believe me. Don't believe me just because I'm saying this. It needs to be revealed to you by Jesus. Go directly to him and ask him about this. Ask him about everything that I'm saying, and he will reveal it to you.